Ladies and gentlemen, you ever wonder what makes a person truly unstoppable? I'm talking about the kind of boldness that walks into a room and changes the whole atmosphere. Let me tell you, there's nothing more powerful than a bold woman. She doesn't wait for permission. She doesn't shrink to make people comfortable. She stands tall, speaks up, and makes things happen. And let me tell you, when bold women move, the whole world shifts. But here's the thing. Boldness isn't just for a select few. It's in every woman waiting to be unleashed. Today, I'm going to break down what it takes to tap into that power, overcome fear, and rewrite the rules that life tries to box you into. By the time we're done, you're going to leave here knowing that boldness isn't just an option, it's your birthright. And trust me, you don't want to miss a single word of this. Let's get into it. Bold women are fueled by an unshakable sense of purpose. They don't move through life aimlessly, waiting for opportunities to fall into their laps. Instead, they set their sights on meaningful goals and relentlessly pursue them, even in the face of challenges and setbacks. Purpose becomes their compass, guiding every decision, action, and step they take. It gives them the clarity to distinguish between distractions and what truly matters, allowing them to live intentionally and impactfully. Living with purpose means understanding who you are, what you stand for, and what legacy you want to leave behind. Bold women take the time to reflect on their values, passions, and strengths, and they align their lives accordingly. They understand that purpose isn't always a straight road. It may require trial and error, shifting priorities, or reimagining dreams as life unfolds. But through it all, their commitment to living with meaning never wavers. This deep sense of purpose also makes bold women resilient. Life will undoubtedly throw obstacles in the way, moments of doubt, failures, and times when the world says no. But purpose becomes a source of strength, reminding them why they started and urging them to keep going. When faced with challenges, they don't crumble, they rise. They view difficulties as temporary roadblocks, not dead ends. Their purpose provides the motivation to push through and come out stronger on the other side. Bold women with purpose also inspire those around them. Purpose is contagious. When you encounter someone who is deeply aligned with their mission, you can't help but feel inspired to pursue your own calling. Bold women often become natural leaders not because they seek power or recognition, but because their passion and determination light a fire in others. They show what's possible when you live authentically and chase what truly matters. A strong sense of purpose also gives bold women the courage to say no. They don't get caught up in trying to please everyone or fulfill societal expectations that don't align with their visions. They are clear about their priorities, and they protect their time and energy fiercely. This ability to say no is a powerful tool, allowing them to focus on the things that truly align with their goals and values. It's a lesson many people struggle to learn, but bold women understand that every yes must be meaningful. Moreover, purpose gives bold women the drive to create meaningful change. They aren't content with simply living for themselves. They want to make an impact on the world around them, whether it's through their careers, communities, or personal lives. They seek to leave things better than they found them. They are driven by desire to contribute, to uplift, and to be part of something bigger than themselves. Living with purpose isn't always easy, but bold women understand that it's worth it. It provides direction in times of uncertainty, strength in moments of weakness, and joy in both triumph and struggle. It allows them to live a life that's true to who they are and meaningful to those they touch. That's the beauty of purpose. It doesn't just transform the individual, it creates a ripple effect that can change the world. And that's what makes bold women unstoppable. Bold women don't play by the rules society has written for them. They're the ones who dare to break free from the boxes they've been put in and redefine what's possible. For generations, women have been handed a script. Be quiet, be polite, don't aim too high, and for goodness sake, don't make anyone uncomfortable. But bold women hear that script, rip it up, and write their own. And in doing so, they challenge the status quo and change the world. You see, boldness isn't just about doing what's unexpected. It's about doing what's right for you, regardless of what others think. Society loves to tell women what they can and can't do, what jobs they should have, how they should dress, what roles they should play in their families. But bold women know that those limitations are nothing more than outdated opinions. They understand that the only opinion that truly matters is the one they have of themselves. Yeah. Take a look at the trailblazers throughout history. The women who changed industries, led movements, and created opportunities for others. Do you think they waited for permission? Absolutely not. They faced resistance, judgment, and sometimes outright hostility. But they didn't let that stop them. They saw those challenges as proof that what they were doing mattered. And because they refused to back down, they paved the way for others to follow. But let's be real. Breaking stereotypes isn't always easy. It takes courage to stand up when you know people are watching and waiting for you to fail. It takes grit to stay true to yourself when the pressure to conform is overwhelming. Bold women aren't fearless. They just refuse to let fear be the boss of them. They step up even when their voices shake because they know that staying silent serves no one. And here's the beautiful part. When one woman challenges the status quo, she inspires others to do the same. It creates a ripple effect that empowers entire communities. Imagine a young girl seeing a woman in a leadership position, breaking barriers in a male-dominated industry. That girl now believes she can do it too. Or think about a woman who speaks out against an injustice in her workplace. Her courage gives others the confidence to raise their voices as well. Boldness is contagious, and its impact is limitless. Challenging expectations also means embracing your authenticity. Bold women know that they don't have to fit into a mold to be successful or respected. They own who they are, quirks and all, and show up as their true selves. And that authenticity is magnetic. People are drawn to those who are unapologetically themselves because it's rare and refreshing in a world that often values conformity. So here's the takeaway. Don't let anyone define what's possible for you. If you have a dream, chase it, even if no one else understands it. If you see a problem, address it, even if it makes people uncomfortable. And if you feel the need to break a few rules along the way, go ahead and break them. Because the world doesn't need more people following the same old script. It needs bold women who are willing to rewrite the story and lead the way. And trust me, when you step into that boldness, you not only change your life, you change the lives of everyone around you. There's nothing more powerful than a woman who knows her worth and isn't afraid to use her voice. Bold women understand that staying silent when something needs to be said doesn't help anyone. It only maintains the status quo. But speaking up takes courage. It means being willing to stand out, to challenge opinions, and sometimes to face criticism. Yet, bold women do it anyway because they know that their voices matter and can spark real change. Speaking up doesn't mean being the loudest person in the room. It's about being heard with clarity and purpose. When a bold woman speaks, people listen, not because she's shouting, but because her words carry weight. She speaks with conviction because she knows what she's talking about and believes in what she's saying. That kind of presence is magnetic and commands respect, whether she's leading a meeting, advocating for her rights, or simply sharing her ideas. But here's the thing. Society often tells women to be polite, agreeable, and not rock the boat. From a young age, many are taught to prioritize being liked over being heard. Bold women reject that narrative. They understand that their value isn't determined by how comfortable they make others. They don't seek approval, they seek impact. And that means sometimes making people uncomfortable by calling out injustice, challenging outdated norms, or pushing for innovation. Speaking up also requires a strong sense of self-awareness. Bold women know that words are powerful and should be used thoughtfully. They listen as much as they speak, ensuring that when they do contribute, it's meaningful and impactful. They understand that communication isn't just about talking, it's about connection. And that connection becomes a catalyst for change when done with authenticity and respect. It's also important to acknowledge that speaking up comes with risks. Bold women often face pushback, judgment, and sometimes even hostility. But they don't let that silence them. They learn how to navigate those challenges, whether it's by building a strong support network, developing thick skin, or finding new ways to make their voices heard. They understand that the risk of staying silent is far greater than the risk of speaking out. One of the most powerful things a bold woman can do is use her voice to uplift others. When she speaks, she advocates not just for herself, but for those who may not have the same platform. She becomes a voice for the voiceless, amplifying issues that need attention and inspiring others to find their own voices. That ripple effect is profound. It creates a culture where everyone feels empowered to contribute and be heard. And here's what I want every woman to remember. Your voice has value. It doesn't matter if you're in a boardroom, at a community event, or around your kitchen table. What you have to say is important. Don't wait for permission to speak up. Don't hold back because you're worried about how others will perceive you. When you have something to say it boldly, clearly, and with conviction. Because when you do, you inspire others to find their voices too. And that's how real change happens. One bold voice at a time. Resilience is the backbone of every bold woman. Life doesn't always go as planned, and challenges are guaranteed. But bold women don't let setbacks define them. They face obstacles head on, learn from their failures, and rise stronger each time. Resilience isn't about never falling. It's about getting back up, dusting yourself off, and stepping back into the fight with even more determination. The truth is, life will test you. There will be moments when everything feels like it's falling apart. When your plans unravel, your confidence takes a hit, or people doubt your ability to succeed. It's in those moments that resilience is born. Bold women understand that adversity is not a sign to quit. It's an invitation to grow. They choose to see challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to learn, adapt, and prove to themselves just how strong they really are. Resilience requires a mindset shift. Bold women train themselves to see setbacks as temporary, not permanent. They don't dwell on what went wrong. They focus on what they can do next. That mental toughness allows them to keep moving forward, even when the path isn't clear. And because they've faced adversity before, they build the confidence to face it again, knowing that they have the strength to overcome whatever comes their way. One of the key traits of resilient women is adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and staying rigid in the face of change only makes things harder. Bold women know how to pivot when necessary. They're willing to change their approach, explore new solutions, and think creatively to overcome challenges. That flexibility becomes a superpower, allowing them to thrive in situations where others might falter. But let's be real. Resilience isn't about pretending everything is fine or pushing through pain without acknowledging it. Bold women give themselves permission to feel the disappointment, frustration, or sadness that comes with setbacks. They understand that emotions are part of the human experience, and ignoring them doesn't make them go away. Instead, they process those feelings, learn from them, and then channel that energy into. Resilience is also fueled by a strong support system. Bold women surround themselves with people who lift them up, believe in their potential, and remind them of their strength when they forget. They understand that asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but a demonstration of wisdom. Building a network of mentors, friends, and allies creates a safety net that makes it easier to bounce back from life's inevitable challenges. And perhaps most importantly, resilient women celebrate their progress. They acknowledge how far they've come, even if they haven't yet reached their ultimate goals. Every small victory is a reminder of their strength and determination. That self-recognition fuels their confidence and motivates them to keep pushing forward. Life will knock you down, it's a guarantee. But the question isn't whether you'll fall, it's whether you'll get back up. Bold women choose to rise. They refuse to be defined by their failures, and they never let adversity have the final say. They own their comeback stories with pride, and in doing so, they inspire others to rise too. That's the power of resilience. It turns challenges into stepping stones and makes bold women unstoppable. Empowering others is one of the most defining characteristics of bold women. They don't just focus on their own success, they lift others up along the way. They understand that true leadership and influence aren't about being at the top alone. It's about bringing as many people as possible to the top with you. Bold women lead with compassion, courage, and an unwavering belief that when one rises, empowering others starts with recognizing the potential in people, even when they can't see it themselves. Bold women are often the ones who spot that spark in someone and nurture it. They take the time to mentor, coach, and encourage others to step outside their comfort zones and pursue their dreams. This doesn't just happen in corporate boardrooms or business environments. It happens in homes, communities, schools, and everyday interactions. Bold women create spaces where people feel seen, valued, and motivated to grow. But empowerment goes beyond just words of encouragement. It's about action. Bold women provide opportunities for others to shine. They share their knowledge, advocate for others, and ensure that the next generation has a platform to succeed. They know that keeping all the knowledge, resources, and connections to themselves does nothing to create a better world. Instead, they generously share what they've learned, knowing that empowered individuals can make a meaningful impact in their communities and beyond. One of the most impactful ways bold women empower others is by being role models. When people see someone who looks like them or shares similar experiences succeed, it opens up a world of possibilities. Representation matters, and bold women know that simply living authentically and unapologetically can inspire others to believe in their own potential. They show that it's possible to achieve great things without compromising your values or identity. Empowering others also requires a level of humility and vulnerability. Bold women are not afraid to share their struggles and failures because they understand that authenticity builds connection and trust. When they openly discuss the challenges they've faced and how they've overcome them, they give others permission to do the same. They show that it's okay to stumble. What matters is having the courage to keep moving forward. Importantly, bold women empower by listening. They create environments where people feel safe to share their thoughts, ideas, and concerns. They don't just speak over others, they actively seek out diverse perspectives and learn from them. That kind of inclusive leadership fosters innovation, creativity, and a sense of belonging. Empowering others doesn't just benefit the individuals being lifted, it creates a ripple effect that strengthens entire communities and organizations. When people feel empowered, they're more likely to pay it forward, creating a culture of growth, support, and success. That ripple can transform lives in ways that are immeasurable. Bold women understand that success is not a solo journey. They know that the true measure of their impact is not just in their personal achievements, but in the number of people they've helped along the way. Their legacy is built on the lives they've touched and the inspiration they've sparked. That's the ultimate power of empowerment. It multiplies, creating a world where more people can be bold, confident, and unafraid to chase their dreams. Courage is the defining fuel that powers bold women to take risks and step into the unknown. It's not about the absence of fear, but the determination to move forward despite it. Bold women understand that staying in the comfort zone may feel safe, but it's also where dreams go to die. They know that to truly lead, inspire, and live fully, they must be willing to take risks and face uncertainty head on. Taking risks often involves making tough decisions that others might avoid. It might mean pursuing a career path that feels unconventional, speaking up in a room where your voice isn't always welcome, or even starting over when life takes an unexpected turn. These choices aren't easy, but bold women embrace them because they understand that every great success story starts with a leap of faith. Playing it safe may minimize failure, but it also limits growth and possibility. One of the keys to cultivating courage is accepting that failure is part of the process. Bold women don't let the fear of falling stop them from taking a step. They recognize that every setback holds valuable lessons, and those lessons are what builds resilience and wisdom. They don't see failure as a personal flaw. They see it as proof that they dared to try. And that bravery, that willingness to bet on themselves, is what sets them apart. Bold women also take risks by challenging societal expectations and breaking through traditional barriers. They are often pioneers, stepping into spaces where women haven't historically been welcome or celebrated. This kind of courage is transformative, not just for them, but for everyone watching. When one woman dares to defy limitations, it sends a powerful message to countless others. You can do it too. And that collective ripple of courage can spark monumental change. But let's be clear, courage isn't always about grand gestures. Sometimes it's about the quiet decisions made daily. It's about asking for the raise you know you deserve, standing firm in your convictions, or simply choosing to show up as your authentic self in a world that often tries to define who you should be. Bold women understand that even the smallest acts of courage have a way of snowballing into monumental wins over time. Taking risk also means being open to new opportunities and saying yes even when you don't have all the answers. Bold women understand that waiting until they feel 100% ready will only lead to missed chances. They choose to take the leap and figure it out along the way. This mindset allows them to achieve things they never thought possible and inspires others to trust in their ability to adapt and thrive. Importantly, courage is contagious. When bold women step out of their comfort zones, they pave the way for others to do the same. They create a culture where risk-taking is celebrated and fear is seen as a natural part of growth. By sharing their stories of bravery, they demystify the idea that courage belongs only to the fearless few. Instead, they show that courage lives within all of us. It just needs to be unleashed. Ultimately, bold women understand that living a meaningful, impactful life requires taking risks. They refuse to let fear hold them back, and in doing so, they become beacons of strength and inspiration. They prove that when you have the courage to take risks, you not only transform your own life, but also open doors for countless others to follow their dreams. And that is the true power of courage.